and welcome to the Meeple Mentor YouTube channel. I'm Jared. Today we're doing an unboxing of one of the latest Stonemaier games created by Jamey Stegmaier. This is Expeditions, or 1920 Expeditions, a sequel to Scythe. Now you can tell automatically that it looks like Scythe. It's got artwork and it's got the mechs and, you know, sort of the setting, and even like animals here traveling with the human companions. Or vice versa. But yeah, Expeditions is the latest. Now it's got a solo mode. It's for 1 to 5 players. It plays in an hour and a half, and it's a rather large box. Of course, not as big as Scythe, but certainly, you know, certainly substantial. So let's take a look at what's on the back and then open it up and look together in this unboxing video. So let's read the little flavor text here. It says, "The eyes of the world are on Siberia, where a massive meteorite crashed near the Tunguska River, awakening ancient corruption. An expedition led by Dr. Tarkovsky ventures into the taiga to learn about the meteorite and its impact on the land. Itching for adventure, heroes from the war privately fund their own expeditions to Siberia, hoping to find artifacts, overcome challenges, and ultimately achieve glory. Expeditions is a competitive, card-driven, engine-building game of exploration. Play cards to gain power, guile, and unique worker abilities. Move your mech to mysterious locations and gain cards found among the tiles. Use workers, items, meteorites, and quests to enhance your mech, and use power and guile to vanquish corruption from the land." All right, so I mean, that's basically what I know of the game. It's a, you know, card-driven game based on Scythe, which is all about, you know, engine building, and yeah, it's got some miniatures in it. I'm down. So let's take a look. Let's see what's inside. Very nice. So the artwork on this makes it kind of look like the box might be a little bit, you know, bent up, but it's not. It's just part of the art. So that's important if you're looking at, you know, the video, that this little edge piece here, that's actually just the artwork. All right. Here on top, Captain's Journal, the achievement sheet, very cool. So the first players to have this many corruption tokens, this score, each mech, first winners each month. So it's a nice little page there. You've got the rule book and then the Automa solo rule book. There's the overview, goal. This is a very nice textured linen paper, similar to what you'll find in Wingspan. So very, very nice quality, full color, got illustrations throughout. Very good stuff. I'm looking forward to reading through that and trying out the game. Here's the Automa rule book. Check that out. And right on top, we've got some punch boards to take a look at. So let's look at that. Pull this out. Here is probably the starting board for where you're going to start exploration out from. You've got your similar sort of scoring track that you would put your stars on, like in Scythe. You know, like having 4 of these, having 4 of those, 1 of this, etc. Then you've got your base camp. Okay, so you got the S's, and then maybe some like attack card type tiles, and then the C, and then the N. So that's kind of how the world's going to build out. Looks to be fairly similar here, back to front. So I'm guessing it's just 2-sided, but it's all the same. Here we've got, you know, some money all around the edges. You've got your exploration tokens like you find in Scythe, and then hex tiles. So there's some numbers on here. I don't know if it's the production cost or what. And then of course, like the types of resources or items that you gain for going to that location. So here you've got, you know, you got the randomization aspect where you can see the S's here. You can shuffle those up, mix them together with the other S's. This one here has the C, so you know, you can kind of get an idea for how this map is laid out, but you have a little bit of randomization on which tiles come out and where for each game. And of course, you know, you are moving your mech around on these, and the tiles are big enough for, you know, a number of mechs to sit on. Here you've got the mech junkyard, the secret facility, impact zone, crater rim, and the artwork is still very nice. And the gameplay artwork, as far as like the icons used, are very well done. Like they're not blending into the artwork, but you still get the benefit of, you know, the beautiful, you know, picturesque scenes. Like here's like a whale's tail flapping with a mech in the background, and this one's in the water, this one's in land. That says it's the fishing village, so that's pretty epic fishing. I wonder what they're fishing for. More money tokens, more exploration tokens. You've got this kind of money, which they did not punch out the center hole for these, because I know if you've played Scythe or other games that have this kind of coin, there's like a little square hole in the middle. This one, it's got the outline, but it's not punchable. You got the research base, you've got observatory, encampment, and ancient temple. So there's a lot of new sort of ability or icons that, you know, we're going to see in this game. Like, I'm not sure what that blue brain-looking thing is, but it's cool. New symbolism, new iconography. You got this, like a little brush cleanup, and then this here hexed with like a sun or maybe pointing arrows, maybe. You got the ice cave, which has kind of a Cthulhu thing frozen in there. That's neat. The mountain pass, Tarkovsky's lair. And these are so the northernmost tiles that you'll find. The stormy sea. All right, very cool looking stuff. Lots to look at and punch out. This is a custom insert with a little hole here to help you pull it out, or 2 holes. That's nice, nifty. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we've got this bag of stuff and then some mechs. Let's look at the mechs. All right, these are rather large. These are about 3 inches wide, 2 inches tall or more, and they're chunky. They're big enough to have a lot of good detail on them. And, you know, let me try to show you here in the camera. They look pretty cool. Let's look at the next one. They fit in really tightly to protect them. So this is like our Norwegian ship or Viking ship with mech legs, so it can probably crawl on land as well as, you know, float in the water. Very cool looking stuff. Here we've got a biped mech with arms, you know, saws, blades at the end. Very cool. They look neat. These are all different than the mech, you know, designs that you find in Scythe. So I like that they kind of expanded on that and came up with some new miniatures to use. There you go. This guy's like really tall, spindly legs, almost insect-like. That's pretty neat. Okay, so you've got mechs for every player. Let's look in the bag. Looks like we're going to find some player components. And I believe these bags are the kind of recyclable, reusable bags that, you know, they use recycled plastic and stuff like that. So it's very environmental friendly. It's neat. Okay, there we go. We've got a bunch of workers. Looks like they're carrying something on their back. And you've got a few colored blocks here. These are all wooden components. Gold, black, blue, white, and red cubes. Okay. We've got purple. Let's see if I can open this bag. So, a little different meeple design here, but kind of looks like someone with like a hat, something sticking out the top, and then maybe he's pointing. I'm not sure, but it's a very deep purple. So if you like a deep purple color, that's definitely that. Let's look at the green one. Just kind of like a dark green. You've got round looking dudes, all similar size as the previous workers. So if it's like Scythe, you want to get those guys standing on the tiles to be able to collect, you know, what it provides. Here's the yellow guys. So these are like large and they're also pointing to the side. Okay. Let's quite a few. Let's see, we've got red. So this guy looks like he's carrying some kind of lead pipe or bat or something over his shoulder there, but standing, not really in a fighting stance or anything like that, just sort of hanging around, carrying a big stick with him. There's one more in there. Let's see, we've got stars. Let's look at the standard Stonemaier star components. So looks like you get a few here, about 4 for each color. And these are, they feel a little bit just ever so thinner than the previous stars in their other games. But otherwise, I mean, just fine. Looking good. All right. What have we got here? We got some orange and teal. Let's see what these look like. Okay, so here's some of those, icons. We've got these like teal brain looking things, and then the orange square with a fist. And then a 20 that's both orange and teal. So it looks like the screen printing is done only on one side. That's fine. And then we've got this over here. We've got some more teal components. 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then like a little dot in the corner. So very nice screen print job there. Got a nice little black outline over the numbers, so it doesn't fade out or fade into the background of the color. All right, and then lastly in here we have some orange of the same, but but orange. 3, 4, 5 little squares. Okay, very cool. You can see already in the insert where the tiles are going to go. We've got some felt bags and some other components. So, well, one felt bag, cloth rather. Just a nice cloth drawstring bag. Okay, feels good. Feels good. These are plastic, so imagine whichever mech you want to be, you can claim with your color. So this time, the mechs aren't associated with a specific faction. You can use whichever mech you want and just attach, your color disc on it. So very cool. Okay, next we've got, looks like sticker dots, and I'm not sure how those are used, but little sticker dots. We've got some cards to look at. Push this aside. All right. I know that that's got the Automa symbol on it, so the first cards on top there are going to be for the solo mode. Okay, so there's green and kind of a purple solo colored cards. Okay, little reference there on how the Automa takes their turn. Now, as I'm going through the cards, if you want to look through them in any more detail, you can always slow the video down and pause it on a specific card that you want to look further into. But otherwise, I'm not going to spend, forever on the cards. So it looks like we've got some reference cards here. So it tells you what the icons are: power, guile, corruption, map. Gain 1 benefit from an adjacent location. Play 1 card from your hand. Gain its core value. You may place a worker. Refresh your cards and workers. Activate an adjacent face-up card's ability. Don't place a worker. Rescue 1 active card and the worker on it, if any, to your hand, and then any card you control. Okay, and then the back of it, some basic iconography: any face-up card, any adjacent card, top of card deck, etc. Sweep any number of face-up cards to the sweep pile. All right, and then you've got front and back of these, like how to move, play, gather, refresh, solve, upgrade, meld, boast, and vanquish. The game ends after a player places their 4th glory token. All players then take 1 final turn. So instead of 6 with Scythe, it's 4 in this, so hopefully it won't be as long of a game. Certainly there aren't as many components as Scythe. So here we've got like, you know, what is these, like just like a black card with, what do you call that, envelope stamping. Caesar the Companion. That is a pretty cool looking wolf. Giro monkey. Matthew character. Anna character. Wojtek Companion. Little bear. Vesna. Voltan Companion. Huh. Gunter. Nacht. Olga. And Changa. Neat. Alright. So you've got your characters and their companions, and then we've got some purple cards for map type exploration cards. Hack through vines to find a hidden entrance. Quest. 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 Awesome. So I wonder if these are going to be similar to the encounter cards that you find in Scythe, as in, you know, you get a little bit of like flavor about what's going on through the image of the art, and then like the name of the card. Cure a whale of parasites. Very cool. But also a combination of the envelope cards. I can't remember what they called them, but the ones with the bird on them from Scythe, where you're trying to complete those. Study meteorites on the village outskirts. Talk with the protectors of the cave. Lure and confront the cave monsters. Find a secret passage. Weaken the Leviathan. Nice. Close the vortex. So there's a lot of kind of lore and story going on through the cards and what's going on here. But it's not a narrative-driven game like other games that might have a lot of, you know, journals and secondary companion booklets. I'm thinking like Tales of the Arabian Night, nothing like that. And so this whole deck here is going to be more map cards. So there's an actual Scythe. Boom. There you go. Whenever you gain a worker, also gain a power. Okay, so I'm just going to like go through some of these cards here and let you take a quick peek. Exosuit, Chaos Grenade, the Tesla Pistol, Aether Mirror, Awakened Shard. Little cats here. Parasitic Gauntlet. I kind of want to just look through all these cards just, you know, before playing and take my time to like study them, because they're all unique. They are all story driven through implied artwork and you know, the titles and everything. The Mind Stone, Meteorite, the Sunstone, Yellowstone, Goldstone, all different kinds of meteorite pieces that do different things. And I also see that they're kind of color coded, and they also have these other icons here in the top left. So there's got to be a lot of cool different ways that these are going to interact with each other and help you. And even along the side of the card, like you've got this type of thing here where it says gain $1 per item you control. So I wonder how much of you know, decisions you get to make on how to play the cards, i.e., you know, multi-use like Lagrange or something like that, or Cryo. Clear the blockaded bridge. Find a former factory engineer. That guy looked like he was in Scythe. So definitely it's set in the same world as Scythe, and they really wanted to make that clear that it's part of that. So if you like Scythe and want to expand, you know, the lore of Scythe, this game certainly does that. But the gameplay will be certainly quite different. So you get a little bit of the Scythe experience without exactly what Scythe was. So here's something cool, like a removable tray. I assume, you know, you can put the money in here, and be able to pass the money around quite easily that way. You've got some slots in here to hold some cards. And then we've got these boards here that I assume are your main faction board. So this is Odin's Wrath. Let's see. Move, play, and gather. Refresh. Okay, move, play, gather. You may gain cards directly to your hand. You may trash a map rather, at any time on your turn to gain one of these. You may gain cards directly to your hand. Your move range is 1 to 4 locations. You may solve, upgrade, and meld up to 5 times each. Whenever you vanquish, reduce the cost of the first corruption of each color by 1. So these are all kind of some basic, single variable abilities that are given to each player or each faction. And you can see the mech that we took out here on every one of these pictured. So, you choose the board, you get that mech. So there is ways to randomize really easily which faction you want to be because of the mechs being tied to the specific abilities. So this looks really fun. Minimal components compared to other games of that they've produced, but I think it's primarily going to be a card game with some of that map exploration. It looks really cool. I can't wait to try it out. So stay tuned on our channel to hear our thoughts on a full review of the game later on. But for now, we've looked at everything in the box. This has been a full unboxing of Expeditions. I've been Jared. Thank you so much for watching, and stick around on the channel to see more content, board gaming unboxing, news. We have a podcast. We have tutorials that come out each month, and much more. So make sure you stick around, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of the updates and new videos that do come out on the channel. And if you want to listen to the podcast, we have the video version, and it's also audio streaming on multiple, platforms like Spotify and Apple and all that stuff. So thanks for tuning in. I've been Jared. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.